Oh, I like to think I smell of pretty lavender, but I'm sure that's not the case. So I am a GM, sometimes HODS player, depending on how much earlier I want to play. This replay is actually from when I was playing with Dorm, when I was
Kids
playing
in the
for
Poggers, 3
UNT,
months already.
and
So much
I'm
learning.
looking to
Kids
move
in the
into
Poggers.
amateur scene now.
Okay.
But I thought this would still be good to look at because I think it has a lot of stuff to talk about.
Okay. What do we got here? We are on Shrines against Alex Tychus. Jeez Louise. Diablo Hanzo. This is terrifying. Like, this is
scary.
such a good draft, dude. I don't think you really get much better than that on this map.
It's pretty scary. The thing we were kind of looking to do was really control the early game in particular, because Hanzo can't really do camps that well before 4 at least, and even then he kind of needs 7 to really do it. A lot of Hanzos also don't like W-Build on this map, and so they're more reliant on Sonya, who isn't going to be in the 4-man early. And then trying to use the Joanna to kind of buffer out the transformations, the Tychus and the Alex.
So our 4-man, our 4-man doesn't lose. It can lose, but theirs can lose too. I actually think the 4-man is pretty even. You're absolutely right. Once 4 hits, Hanzo's going to have a lot more wave clear, so that makes things more difficult. But in terms of trade potential, I actually think that you guys match up quite well. Johanna's the only real one that has to be kind of cautious, because playing into a Tychus, playing into a Diablo, 2 heroes that can shut her down pretty easy. The solo lane, however, is the big question mark. You have 2 options with your Genji. Either you wait for Earth to overextend, rotate up your Genji, and try to get picks in the solo lane, or just play a standard 1-4. But Blaze doesn't do that great against Sonya, especially as 7 and 10 rolls around. She can pop Wrath and just absolutely body him in trades. So he has some difficulties there. But that's pretty much the only information you need rolling into this game.
Right. So I draft most of the time, or I drafted most of the time for this team. And so my logic going in was, in particular with the Joanna, was we want to outwave clear them. We want to have it controlled in the 4-man in that sense. And the Blaze was mostly for the dual soaking. Shrines is not a map that I think is really that important to win the top lane on. Now, obviously, if she starts pressuring him and kills him or something, it's disastrous. But I don't think a Blaze player should be in pressure like that. We started myself in the bot lane, and they did an interesting start as well, where they start with 3 in the bottom. But normally what we like to do is start with 4 in mid and me in bottom and clear both lanes at the same time and get priority and try to slow their rotations from mid to bot.
Yeah, that can work well, especially if you're playing a Blaze and all he's doing is catching waves anyways. He doesn't want to trade against Sonya.
Right.
How does this end up? So this just ends up basically like at the very beginning of the game. Both waves completely neutral. Neither team has control over rotation. Well, I guess technically yours does. So it's an interesting opener, but I think you guys responded well to it. And because now off of the opener, you guys actually do have a bit of control, but they're showing emphasis bot lane. So you guys call rotation mid and start clearing it. Obviously mid minions crash first because it's the shorter lane. I'm not sure what their plan is here. Like,
yeah, I don't. It was a little confusing to me too. The one of the big things, by the way, if you can pause real quick, just to clarify, one of the big things that I really wanted to highlight with this replay and to talk about with you in particular was when you play backliners, and in particular, Fenix is an example, but there's other ones too. I feel like something that doesn't get talked about very much is about the risk and reward of your positioning, because how safe you are determines how much damage you can put out, right?
Yep.
Safety is damage. So I think you'll see a couple times in this replay from when I briefly glanced over it before I submitted it. The way that I position is I think very aggressive this game, and I want you to kind of talk about that and see if you think that I'm doing the right thing with my positioning, or if I'm like overextending to try to put out too much damage, if that makes sense.
Cool, man. Thank you for bringing that up. And you brought it up on the best hero possible, because Fenix is the one where if you can juggle that line of safety versus aggression, that's where you get the most value, because half of his value, or half of his health bar basically, is a shield, which constantly can regenerate. So if you're trading that out for damage effectively, then you're playing Fenix best. First thing that I realize here is how overextended this Diablo is. And you guys have rotation on him, but Cal is a little bit late. Let's watch how we clear mid, because they super overextend.
I think so. We should have left the Genji to mop up the last of the wave, and instead we end up leaving Calgary to do it.
Or even this, watch this. Like, this is just, bad when it comes to knowing how much damage you have to put on the minion wave. Right here, you're done. You're already mounting up, or you should be at least, because as you leave, you're still getting the experience for these minions. So we should already be rotating at this point. Just play from safety. That means that Nesdip has to use his W to interrupt, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. That means his W is down. He's going to W. Like, Cal should actually be here, and then he can't get W'd. He has to actually walk up. But if you guys...
I completely agree with you.
And does he use it? No, he doesn't even use it to stall.
No.
So he doesn't care. So Cal should actually be up here with Fury, and I don't understand why this is actually a problem. Swift Strike comes in, misses everybody. What should happen is Condemn should walk in. You condemn this Diablo, you can Swift Strike on him after that. You can root him in place too. You might not kill him, but you still just absolutely chunk him out. And then you have control even further over here. But I saw that as a huge opportunity to go onto at least someone.
I'm with you. I agree with you. If it's any consolation.
Oh, that's good. Just want to talk about it. I'm glad you agree. We know they're on their camp. Obviously, they're not represented mid or... Swift Strikes are...
Yeah. One of the things, by the way, that we aim for, if we can, or we would aim for with our opener, if it had gone how I talked about at the start, is we'd like to take bot camp early with like Fenix +1, like Fenix plus Mouth, while the Genji and Joanna rotate back mid to catch the wave, because it looks like we're rotating back up, and they just didn't catch vision of a couple people. Obviously, that didn't pan out quite that way this time, and things end up being a little weird because of their opener.
Even the way we trade out this camp is interesting to me. So if we go back, we push in bottom lane, which, okay, it's even further than this. This is just, can you talk to me about why you guys do this? So you clear mid, they have one person mid sitting here, but then we 3-man mid instead of 1, and we can be getting the siege camp at the same time. And you guys say clear mid, clear bottom, and then defend and invade. Is that the play here? Because they can just send one person down here, catch all of the minions, no problem. And they catch all the minions here, no problem, and they get out their siege camp before us.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this game was almost a month ago, so some of the more finer details I will not be able to tell you what our thought process was. I don't know. I agree with you. Like, I think that you're right, that is like a much better play. But I couldn't tell you what our thought process was at the time.
Okay, and they're... Alright, this is all fine. No clear mid. We're just matching their bottom lane. This stuff interests me so much, just to see the thought processes of players. Especially shot callers. You say you draft, but who's... It's you and Calgary, right, that do most of the calls?
That do most of the calls, yeah. It started off with just Tori, and I was actually in the solo lane, and we rotated me into the 4-man after some changes. We decided that I would play in the range flex better.
So you guys actually end this laning phase while you're down a little bit in XP, and I'm not sure where that came from, because we're not missing any towers, so it has to be missed minions somewhere.
Right.
It's super even.
I honestly don't know. I think it may have been one of those rotates when we rotated down to gank like the Diablo.
No, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Bottom lane was crashing in, so it's actually completely even. My bad.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that either. I was gonna say maybe it was when we tried to gank the Diablo bottom and we didn't rotate back to mid fast enough against the Tychus, but
yeah, I thought it could have been something like that, but then I immediately saw bottom lane. I'm like, well,
yeah. So we're about dead even at this point.
Okay, and you guys get bottom camp off of this, and you'll be able to clear bottom as well. They'll get a little bit of tempo on mid, on the shrine, but that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous because they have Alex, right? And giving up the early tempo is risky. But we figured they would either have to answer bot camp or just let it take basically their bot wall. And we thought the pressure would be enough to get them to not take early advantage on the shrine, and they answered bot instead. So we started right away.
You guys' play is actually to try to match them here, which it'll be tough, but
it's scary. But yeah, this is what we end up doing. I also want to point out also real quick before this fight gets underway, I did go a bit of a different level 4. It was a specific response to the Diablo Sonya frontline, because I thought that it would be, this is basically competing with emergency protocol, which is the move speed when your shield goes down. Yeah, 4.
Okay.
I did it specifically to as a reaction to their front line, but I'm not totally sold on it. I think it was okay this game though.
So you guys are actually doing really well so far. You're up in skeletal defenders, and they no longer have dragon. So this is actually perfect. You guys disengaged that fight really, really well. Okay, I need to look at this.
Okay.
Mainly you. Okay. Yeah, so that's a huge problem. No E goes onto the Tychus?
On the Tychus, yeah, it's a free kill.
So far, I'm noticing Fury is, when it comes to the mentality of your team, a little bit more detached. We're seeing him just like Eing onto Hanzo down here, looking for damage. Lots of just like Swift Strikes onto Tychus and stuff like that. Mid, Swift Strikes over here. But this is a big problem. So we could run the assumption that Nesdip's dead. They might even back up off of that. Look how close you guys are.
Yep.
Oh, really good engage. By the time. Okay, so you guys do get it anyways, which is good. But that should have been a free kill.
Oh, yeah, completely agree. I think we called a split here. We send Genji bottom to catch because we want the Phoenix push. But it's questionable whether this is even the right call because I feel like the wall goes down basically no matter what, and we could be pressuring another wall better. Can't remember what we actually do here. To be
you can
honest.
rotate bottom.
I hope we leave after this wall. That's what I would say, is to leave after mid wall and go and push bot wall.
Yeah, I want to, and if that's the play, I want to see what he does because he shouldn't be pushing the minions then. He should be letting them pile up and then just pressuring the Tychus, but he pushes the minion wave.
Yeah.
And now most of these minions are going to die before you guys can even rotate bottom, so this is a big problem too. Oh, okay, no, you're already on your way.
Okay, we do rotate. That's true.
Okay,
ends
not
up
as
being,
bad.
yeah, kind of okay. But I agree, holding the wave probably would have been a little bit more efficient.
All right, really good opener so far. There's going to be a swing point in this game. There always is. I can't wait to find it.
Yeah, things almost never stay in equilibrium in HOTS for very long.
Yep. Okay. So we just give them free clear onto mid with this.
Yeah.
Did they show that they're going down bottom? Yeah, they show an arrow. They push in the wave. I think you just have one person here and the rest mid. Don't need 4 people to just catch a wave. We should be doing what they're doing.
Should just be Genji bottom since he can rotate fastest and rotate 3 up.
Because they did it better. They played this camp better. They had one mid and now they're protecting mid, watching the rotate. In fact, Diablo probably should have been here or even here, stalling you guys from pushing in. Next objective is top.
Over rotating again to catch objectives, but at least there's bot camp this time to look at.
See, like what you can do in this case is AKN and Calgare are in this bush, or AKN's here, Calgare's here. Only you show on the wave, so they're like, where's Malf, where is Johanna? They don't know. Once the wave is cleared, then you move in. Oh wait, he's got an arrow on him.
Yeah, he's got the Hanzo arrow. But I mean, I think the principle is still relevant.
Absolutely. When does the arrow hit? It's actually PogChamp that he lands an E onto.
I know.
Okay, right there. That sucks. Okay, but yeah. Maybe that's why everybody walks in like this, but...
I mean, Malf still could have been out of vision.
That's true.
I mean, he never got spotted by the arrow until he walked into lane. Yeah, Hanzo was shipping, so he didn't back off. We got 10s. Missed blast shield by Joe there.
I really feel like you just bless onto Tychus right here, and then root to follow up, and then...
I'm pretty sure he tries. Watch Joe, right there. See? You missed.
Okay. That just has to happen faster, because he had an opportunity to respond. Like, this is insane of him. It should just be blessed
he
right
should be getting blessed
there.
shield. Yeah, he should, already, like, in the minion wave.
He's not going to dodge up off of this.
No.
He's at the moment where he just E's, and he's not really thinking about the dodge right after. You just have to ult him right away and then walk in, and that should be free route to follow up and dead.
Yep, I mean, the Genji came out right on time, but the shield wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. How do you guys do against this team in general?
In the 2 sets of scrims we had before we ended up losing, we ran it about 50-50 with them.
Really?
Yeah. That was why we were feeling pretty good going into top 8 for that reason. So I want your opinion on this. I really don't like the commit on the Dragon Blade there, because Shrine is activating. Like, I think this is all like really wasteful with resources. Once we got like, I don't think we would have gotten the Diablo kill right without expending the resources we did. But I almost feel like him dying is not worth as much as the Dragon Blade in an actual like full 5-on-5 fight. Like, once the Alex ult comes out, I feel like we should already just not be expending all these resources onto him.
He dies without Dragon Blade. Dragon Blade doesn't do anything here.
I thought it was what we needed to finish him, but maybe I'm wrong.
Don't think you do. Depends on the cooldowns on Genji. Yeah, he's got his Q coming back up in 1 second. Oh wait, sorry.
That's the Dragon Blades. Yeah, that's Dragon Blades.
I guess we don't know
but yeah,
the cooldown is Q.
Yeah. I think it was up though. I think you're right. So yeah, I just feel like I felt like when we made this play, I remember very distinctly. I was like, "This seems so wasteful." This seemed like it felt like we expended way too much for not enough right before a shrine is activating. Like, I didn't like this play at all.
Yeah, that's a lot of resources. Even just like purification salvo, and then you get a cleansing flame out of it. I think that's more than enough.
Right.
Looking for further kills
that would be my logic as well. Is like that's a very worthwhile trade. Not even just in terms of like the cooldowns, but like the timers or anything, but also the like the impact it's gonna have on the shrines.
Yeah.
I feel like cleansing flame is a save for Alex if she's in dragon form too.
So there's like 3 things that are bad about this. Absolutely all the things that you said, but so off of this chunk, he has to back. Even if you just chunk him and let him walk away, you have this minion wave. You can get mid fort off of this because Tychus is bottom, Sonya is top. What are they gonna 2-person defend? If not,
and
like,
we miss bot soak.
And you guys miss all of bot soak. We have blessed shield up, so even if Hanzo walks up to us, we can just bless him and then root him off of that and go on to Tychus, or I mean onto Hanzo. Or you can get some advantage in top lane by going for your bruiser camp. But off of this, I would say push mid, send 1 bottom to catch wave, and then get Blaze. Waves coming in, right? Yeah, Blaze has to stay top, but everybody else rotate for bruisers.
Yep.
This is an easy fallacy to fall into, honestly, where you get 1 kill and you really feel like you have to get another kill, and it's something that teams have to stop doing if they want to get better.
Tori actually missed that shield too. He hit the wall and it bounced.
Yeah.
I just realized. I didn't even realize until I just saw it.
Yeah, and then off of that we missed most of the soak bottom, but let's get mid clear at least. But no bruiser camps. I think you could have gotten mid fort and bruiser camp off of that chunk instead, which is so much more beneficial. Ew. Playing Fenix against Hanzo feels wretched.
It's like sometimes it really hurts, sometimes it doesn't matter, but this game Wuka was landing a lot. Nesdip just dashed in for some reason. It's a lot of damage.
Holy crap, what a commit. Okay, so what happens here? Nesdip dashes in. Okay.
How do I get a girl to commit like this, Kala? Tell me.
Pardon?
How do I get a girl to commit like they just did?
Damn.
Teach me.
Damn. I mean, that's you instant disengage off of this. Bunker was really good.
We were calling once. At least I was calling to back the fuck up whenever they had spent all that shit.
That was crazy. Okay. Don't think we needed the. Oh wait, what? The salvo catches Hanzo?
Oh, come on, Kala. You think I'm just gonna throw that out really nilly?
Hey, let's go. There it is.
Oh,
that last auto attack from Gangu.
Yep, that poor dude.
That was weird. Hey, now everyone focus on this.
Yep, I think we send Blaze away to start dual soaking.
Yeah, as soon as Tychus shows up.
Once we're sure that we have it. I think he leaves a little bit later than I want him to, but I remember saying like you need to go dual soak, you need to go dual soak, and because he wasn't rotating fast enough. Like he should already be gone. Yeah,
we should have honestly had most people on the wall instead of up here.
Yeah, I think we were just antsy about them sniping it because they had like 31 already.
That is true. But they would be fighting into a talent deficit.
Yeah, and without their key abilities like the transformations.
Yep, good. Bottom wall. This is good. Hey, you guys are outplaying these guys super hard. Their comp is better. That was super overcommitted too. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. That happened. I remember that happening a lot this game.
Okay, you guys need to snap rotate bottom. Or I mean mid.
I'm spoiling you. I don't think that happens.
This should just jump, and then they'll have Hanzo deep push it, right? Okay, you guys get most of the wall, but they're not jumping it. Oh,
they don't have anybody to jump it because Diablo died.
Hanzo can jump it. I guess if he uses D.
If he D's over, we kill him though, because he'll D over to the right.
No, I mean he arrows. He uses E onto it, and as he does that, he can walk this way and use D over the keep. Over here.
Is he in range for it to jump still?
Maybe not. I thought it was after the changes to his jump, but okay. Well, you guys get keep wall.
I mean, yeah, regardless.
Now here you go mid fort.
I really hope so. I don't want to look.
Yeah, no, this is good. So you guys get an extra keep wall. That's good.
That we probably didn't deserve, to be honest, but you know, I'll take it.
Oh jeez. Yeah, that was bold.
Yeah, I just shouldn't have even been there at all.
We don't want to fight this. I would honestly just give them this camp. Yeah.
They're gonna give. They're giving me.
So when you don't have warp up like this, I would just immediately be calling to give this. You guys can just mount a 4-person defense in mid. This siege. Uh-oh. My game. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. This siege camp, is everything okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're good.
So this siege camp's going to do nothing to your mid wall. And you'll have everyone here for defense. You'll have bot cruising out, so they'll have to send somebody down there, or else it's going to get some value bottom. Just safe rotate Blaze up and defend siege camp over mid, and then you guys get level 16. Hopefully, the worst thing that happens here is a single kill.
I think it is just me, and they do commit a lot for it, admittedly. But yeah, I agree that just leaving would be the best.
And we don't have Dragon Blade there either, so just all the variables point to us not wanting to fight.
Yep, it was definitely not a fight we should have even looked at. Well, I mean, I think it's less like we did. I don't think we wanted to fight, but we should have respected their engage more. I think is really what it comes down to.
Yeah. They've got a crazy engage.
Yeah.
And if they get it off, yeah, they're going to win a team fight. That's just how it works. Dragon Arrow and Apoc. It's so powerful.
Yeah, I think we were maybe even subconsciously kind of feeling that we were really close to 16, so we were kind of like maybe even subconsciously like, there's no way they're gonna invade us. You know what I mean?
True.
And they did, which is good by them. But it's something that was obvious enough that we should have respected.
Those are the situations where you should assume that they're going to invade you. You know, when you're almost at a talent tier, when you're almost at an advantage. That's when you should assume, especially when like you don't have Dragon Blade and you showed it.
Yeah.
Big missed synergies here too.
Yeah.
Wait a second. So when you're showing top, okay, AKN's just not in position. Honestly, you guys can just push bottom wave and then fight them on their fort as 16 if you want. Other option is clear mid and set up your bruisers for next objective because it's so far away. This is actually a... Yeah, that's what you guys do instead, which is fine. You have to send down one person to catch bottom soak. Genji. Only one, though.
2.
3. Better yet.
3. Oh, no. Oh, the clown car showed up. Oh, God.
The clown. Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's become a reoccurring theme of over-rotating.
You guys do that a lot.
Yeah. Very common, isn't it? Blaze is okay here, though.
Okay, both teams just spent everything.
Telling my support for fucking weeks that Deep Roots is good because it stays on the ground for longer. It wouldn't have ruined that Sonya if you didn't take Deep Roots.
It's true. It is really
also,
good.
Genji randomly dies. I don't know what he was doing here.
Says he can get the second kill. Probably uses DE. Yeah. Immediately off of that, I'd be walking away. There's no way. Like
he has E up.
Yeah, he just needs to E this way. You guys need to go start your bruiser camp and catch mid.
Yeah, and he's in.
Boom.
Up.
Okay, well that actually sucks. And now they get 16, and they're gonna have 5 before us.
Yeah, it really sucks.
And we don't start bruisers. This is all so bad. Like off of the hell, even off just the one kill. Screw Alex Straza. Like it doesn't matter. I guess killing her is cool and everything like that, but you just see this mentality where like this is the second time now where you guys have done this, where you just chase kills, and it's actually mainly Genji. But off the single kill, I would be happy with that, and I would go and start bruiser camp.
Oh yeah, I mean they rotated like 5 up to gank the Blaze, and we turned around the gank, didn't lose anybody, got a kill. Like we should have been happy with that.
Even this,
even that, like sure, like I think the Alex kill is fine to go for, but like that E should be in the other direction.
Yep, I completely agree.
Straight 180.
And then everyone needs to go into the bruiser camp. You still have 18 seconds. This camp dies in no time. It's incinerator gauntlets. You kill that in half a second.
Don't think we do.
And the thing is yeah, I can tell because everybody's rotating down. Thing is it pressures a keep, and it will get a keep. Look where the minion wave is. It is going to mount so much pressure.
There's not even a wall to stop it.
Yeah. Dang, this was a huge misplay. That was the swing. Now you guys are going to start losing this game.
We shall see.
Or you just body it, but if you don't, like, you could have also just cleared another wave top and then got bruisers, and then it would have crashed around here, and then they would have been forced to go back, or else they just straight up lose a keep, and that's more beneficial for them in my opinion. I think they would rather take a fight 16 to 19 on their keep wall than lose a keep. If you guys cleared that wave and get bruisers, it almost 100% guarantees you this next shrine. Nice. You're getting really, really good heroic value.
Yep.
We had a pretty good question in chat. Someone named...
yeah, I already saw it. God damn it, Kevin. It's an excellent question. No one really has the answers to that one, though.
Dang, I tried to like...
Don't you try to preempt me.
Yeah,
I see what you're trying to do here. Also, oh wait, no, I didn't end up going it. So I will say, for my 16 talent, I almost ended up going the percentage damage in like the repeater cannon form.
Yeah.
Just for the Sonya Diablo, but I ended up going with the extra damage because I wanted the purification salvo damage. He looks like a young Ed Sheeran. Alright, guys. Let's not get hasty here.
Red team has summoned a frozen Punisher.
You want to know what's something I wish I knew about this game? How these ever win or lose. I can never look at one of these waves and know which side's going to win before they crash. It seems so
I actually
random.
think it's semi-random.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way it's not. I mean, obviously, like, the size of the creep waves protecting the shamans matters, but there's no way it's not at least somewhat random.
And there have been times where, like, I've been in scrims and I'd look top and I'm like, oh man, our top wave is going to body their top wave. We have 2 waves and a hard camp. All of a sudden I look back and we lost a keep. It's like, what?
That shaman camp is actually... I feel like that camp needs changes, honestly. I don't know. I don't like that
I don't like
camp.
the unpredictability.
Yeah. I also think it's just, like, way too strong.
I like how focused you guys are on clearing these walls. It's very important.
Can thank you, Kevin, for that, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Kevin.
We wouldn't have been doing it if he hadn't told us something about it. Like, we did it, but not at the level that we should have been. Like, going ahead of the Punisher to clear the wall.
Yeah, it's like it's the most important thing to do.
Yeah, we would clear the wall, but the Punisher would already be jumped. Good bunkers, but I ended up not using it, which is questionable.
Okay, where are you in this fight?
I remember thinking I really wanted to hug the blaze because of the bunker safety.
You get cleansed and you use your E. I think you only need to use one of them, but...
Yeah, I think I should just hop in the bunker.
Or that. The no E's not going to hurt you here.
Yeah, thankfully.
Huge minion wave. Everyone should just immediately be focused on the keep. Really? You can dive this guy?
Absolutely.
I feel like Alex, if she just played to the left, she could have just gusted you guys.
She landed very far right.
Yeah.
You'll see after she lands too far to the right and she can't get to him.
That's what I'm thinking, because I said that right here. I'm like, wait, if they just land over here, he's perfectly fine, but yeah, she lands over
like,
here.
Way over there. No, I can't even reach him. I think we could have killed him through one Alex Q, but yeah, it's just too far away.
Good. I was gonna say blinds really need to go into Hanzo. Okay, you guys should... Are you attempting core? Okay. Something you can do. You got level 20s. Holy crap, I didn't even notice this.
So something ends up happening here, and I'll wait and see if you spot it, but you'll see what happens.
Well, you just E'd there.
Well, it wasn't that. The blaze
Well,
ends up getting deleted about 5 seconds before he can bunker.
I don't have cooldowns on here.
Yeah,
guess
I
have
forgot.
to-
This is one of those bug patches where you can't see, but yeah.
Jeez, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. So we called a leave after he dies without getting bunker off because I feel like we need bunker to end there.
I don't know, man. You've got indestructible. You should have changed your level 20 talent.
Yeah, I normally go the basically indestructible for Fenix. That's why I go like 90% of games. I thought we needed the extra damage to end, but
You could have. I think you guys could have ended here still. Dragon Blade's off or on cooldown. I don't know. It looks like you can end. Sonya is back up though. I really think that you guys could end if you played it a little bit differently. Let's go back and look.
I think we got a little spooked when we saw the Diablo kind of destroy the blaze on the core with the percentage damage, and we were kind of like, okay, let's leave.
Is this a scrim?
Not saying that's like right, but I'm just explaining what we were thinking.
This is a scrim, right?
Yeah, it's scrim.
These are the these are the games where you guys should make calls like this to try to end.
Oh, if it wasn't a scrim, we probably wouldn't have even tried to end here. I think our call, I think we said in comms, like, this is a scrim, let's try to end. And then once the place died, we called to leave. But I get your reasoning, and I think I agree with you.
I think I see the biggest problem of all.
Oh, he still has Twilight.
So, in my opinion, Malf should be... you guys can totally end here. Holy cow. Like, you're level 20s. You went the damage talent. Like, if Malf hits a Q, where is it? Onto Blaze right now and steps over here, he can't get Q'd into a wall. Gets these big 3-person Moonfires, because right now the Moonfires that come through are single target.
He has Lunar Shower.
And then just roots and silences, peels everybody off here. I think you guys 100% end. Especially with these 3-person
especially, I think that's something that, sorry to talk over you, something that doesn't happen very often with these, like, end-of-game calls is people who are high health need to understand that, like, health at that point is a resource to be expended, and whoever's high health should be the people who are, like, stepping forward to take steal shots and damage and stuff.
Because
it doesn't matter. What?
He's got ice block up too.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine he's stepping up, like, in the face of, you know, Diablo and Alex and Hanzo, and, like, actually moving towards them and threatening the Twilight Dream. It doesn't matter if Diablo wastes cooldowns on him, right? Because he's not going to help with the push anyways. And I mean, healing helps, but I just feel like people don't really understand that when you're ending, like, you should use every resource you have, and that includes your health. Health is a resource to be expended.
Absolutely agree. No, this is a 100% end if you guys play this a little bit differently. Everyone should be on the backside here, and then the health pool of AKN needs to be on the right-hand side. He can root the Diablo charges. Like, he can silence them in a group. He's got Lunar Shower, as you said. So much more healing if Malf positions onto the right-hand side. If they engage on him, he just uses Ice Block. They're not killing him in a queue. If he's standing here, where is Diablo going to queue him to? Over here.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, how do we throw this one, man?
You're expecting it by now. You watched my team too many times.
Actually, based on the amount of time left, it's very difficult for them to end this game.
Yeah, we haven't lost the fort yet. I mean,
yeah, I think you guys win this game. Based on the timing. Yeah,
I'll spoil it. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some slop, and like I said, one of the things I wanted to highlight was my positioning relative in terms of, like, is it too far forward? Like, is the amount of damage that I'm getting out of my positioning worth it, or is it too risky?
I don't
especially
think so.
Against a team. Well, I know, and I didn't think so either, right? That's why I made the decisions I did. But I think that some people would say that, like, the team I'm playing against, it's very easy to die against.
Yeah.
You know, especially, I mean, we saw, like, the one engage around the camp.
That's true.
So
my biggest thing with you so far is the fact that you haven't used bunker when you do get engaged on, and you don't trust your support to cleanse you on stuns, so you overlap the cleanse and your warp when you don't have to sometimes, especially bottom side.
I use the bunker top lane, Colin.
Pardon?
Come on. Yeah, I use the bunker top lane.
Nice. Got in the bunker once. Feels good,
oh,
man.
Okay. Now he's flaming me. But yeah, I agree. The bunker, especially the bot lane one, could have saved multiple cooldowns there. And yeah, I think that was a problem in general with this team, was, like, multiple cases of me not trusting to do certain things. But that's a whole other story.
You have damage?
Oh yeah.
Damn. Yeah, you do. Your ults have been, like, perfect. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote. Let's go on Nesdip. He's dead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, spin the lottery. Tell me who dies here.
Goodbye. He positions really far up.
He does. He did a lot, and he's normally a lot better about it. He normally positions much further back. Also, you better believe we're just marching it down.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You still have 20?
Yeah, I think if we didn't have 20 advantage, we have to go for Punisher here. but with 20 advantage, I think it's pretty safe to just for bunkers there. Although it does get insta deleted. I got interrupted by the Alex either on my ult. I was not happy.
You guys actually positioned pretty deep here for this fight. If anything, you guys should not. This should be like the line. Fight here. But if you get caught down here, this could be super sketchy, especially if like a dragon comes in on this side and ease you guys back in, and you guys are all caught up in a circle here. But like, I think positioning up here is bad. I think you guys shouldn't let them walk in like this, because you put yourself in a position where you're trapped. You should hold this line here, because that way Diablo has no engages. The only thing he can do, I guess, is hit this way. But as long as nobody's here, then you're fine. But going here is bad.
Yeah. Good eyes, bug. I agree.
Dragon Blade value really needs to be over here, though. I just had a flashback to a history lesson about being flanked by the side with less enemies. That's how I felt about this, man. I actually think there's a pretty decent chance that you guys could have lost that.
Yeah, I mean, reminds me of another core call that happened where we ended up losing the game.
Oh, dude.
Oh, no! The PTSD flashbacks kicking more.
That one was that sucked so bad. I was watching that live on stream.
I know. I went back and watched your VOD.
Dude, I was so sad.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I guess.
That was hard.
This was a really good example of how you guys, off of the first few waves, you guys were up. Even though I think the way that you guys did it was questionable, and we talked about it. But my favorite thing was your control over shrines early. It was respectable. You guys baited out the dragon in a fight where they didn't have to dragon. They could have like pre-tapped Diablo and walked in and then fought you guys off that way, and then dragon once you try to control the shrine again. But you guys actually really abused the fact that you used dragon, disengaged well, tapped, fought back in. I think, like, do you still play with this exact roster?
No,
okay.
I am not playing in Dorm anymore.
Okay, so never mind then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no, this was mostly like, I wanted to talk about macro, in particular, like, you know, talking about controlling waves and stuff, because I did feel like there was stuff that we messed up on, and then also, like I said, talking about like towing that line, right, of safety versus damage when you're playing, especially like you said, Fenix exemplifies it really well, but you know, Hanzo too, for example.
Hanzo's a tough one for Fenix. I think he's one of the best range to play against Fenix. But you played.
Yeah, this was pre-nerf Hanzo.
Oh god,
and Fenix worse. Actually. This was a month ago, so this was before both those characters got nerfed.
Okay, yeah, pre-nerf Hanzo
Genji,
makes it even worse.
Yeah, before Genji E change, stuff like that.
Oh, this is a while back.
Oh yeah, no, this was I think the 18th of last month. I told you, yeah, it's like a month ago.
True.
So quite a few balance changes behind.
This is
But
really
I thought it
game.
would be the best replay I could give you.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate you submitting this one. This is a good game. Obviously, we went over all the things that you guys did wrong. I thought it was mainly, and you can carry this knowledge to the next team that you play on. It's just knowing when enough is enough. Getting that Diablo down to 10% is enough, because that means that you get bruisers for free over your opponents, and you get wave mid, you get wave top over them. Getting 2 minion waves pushed in and a bruiser camp off of an almost kill, I think that's sick. That's so good.
No, absolutely. I think in general, a lot of people don't understand that, like, I mean, kind of going back to health as a resource, if somebody's low HP and they have to back, like, that's someone on the map that can't do anything.
Yep.
So it's about as good as killing them.
I agree.
So what are you going to do off of it?
It's just a little bit less time, but it still means that you have that time while they're backed, while they're filling up their health bar, while they're rotating back onto the map to go and accomplish things. The other one was... Oh, yeah. Once you guys got those kills, obviously we went over that one. That was a huge F up by you guys, because the 2 kills, great, but really needed to set up the bruiser camp top. It was on an empty keep. And the fact that nobody even like flirted with the idea, not a single ping, nobody even walking over there was like actually borderline traumatic.
I think we took one bruiser camp the entire game, so that should keep you up at night.
Yeah, it's true, man.
To be fair, they didn't either. I think they took 2 or 1. It wasn't much either, but yeah.
Because they couldn't. You guys had waves pushed in the whole game, but you guys like pushed in the waves and then looked for picks instead of trying to generate further pressure off of your wave pressure, and it's like, ugh. Yeah.
Fucking smart, dude.
Yeah, this was the big one. This was huge, actually, because, obviously spawning on bottom, the fact that it pressured keep, and if they fought into you guys, you'll gladly just back up, clear bottom wave safely, maybe even get some clear on mid, wait for them to time out Dragon, and then fight in again. They'll have to respond top. Off that play, you guys get a keep, and then the next objective was top. You didn't know that at the time, but you knew it wasn't going to be bottom, so there's a decent chance.
What do you think... you mentioned, especially at the start, we talked a bit more about this, but you thought their draft was quite a bit better for the map. What do you think you would have changed about our draft to to make that more even?
Nothing about yours. It's
it's more like don't let them get all this shit.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
They got one of the best supports on this map. They got Diablo, and you traded it for a Johanna. If you were trading the Diablo for maybe like a Garrosh, it's a better comp. Johanna works well here just because it actually gives the Shrine Control interrupts on Whirlwind with Condemn, all that stuff, and better wave clear, obviously, as Garrosh, or than Garrosh. But the bigger thing is just they got a really strong comp. Not necessarily yours is bad, because yours isn't bad.
Right. Yeah, drafting was really weird. I mean, I can talk more about it later, because I'm sure you got other stuff to do. But drafting was definitely weird for this team, the way the drafts end up turning out.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't so much that your guys' was bad. Oh, burn notice. OP.
Burn notice. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know about that one. Maybe his logic was the same as mine on picking my level 20.
Just trying to end the game.
Which mildly questionable. Since the bunker 50 armor probably does more to end the game anyways.
Yep. Especially if you're trading in and out of it.
Yep. Which I think this was after bunker. Yeah, this was after bunker got nerfed to the 1 second delay between exiting, but still.
Okay.
Still.
Did you have any further questions or anything like that? Anything you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. Oh, I mean, would you, about the level 16 Phoenix talent, would you have taken the percentage damage on the repeater cannon?
Where are we? Why can't I?
You're not allowed. Sorry.
Wait, what the heck? This?
Yeah, on offensive cadence. There it is. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think photonic weaponry is better.
Yeah,
especially considering the build that you have.
This was the one game that I considered it though, because they had both Sonya and Diablo, and even Tychus is decent value. I considered it. I remember thinking about it when I was in the game, and then I just said screw it, and I went for photonic.
Yeah, you were getting huge value out of your ult, so I think this is actually a really, really good call. In fact, your ult was securing most of the backline kills in this game over a Genji. So
yeah, well, Genji
Phoenix
really is something we ran multiple times against a lot of top teams like Kentucky as well. It was something that we saw a lot of success with. Just I mean, it didn't play out much this game that way, but the idea is the Phoenix gets everybody low and Genji can clean up really easily, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got a lot of value out of that, so I think it was perfectly fine.
Okay. All right, I think that is everything then.
Right on,
I appreciate all your time.
Of course, thank you for submitting, and best of luck in the future finding a team and all that jazz. You're a great player, and I hope you find the right team for yourself.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Right on, dude. Okay, catch you later.
See ya.